Good morning, everybody. I am delighted to be here amongst you all. As we are talking about skill development and the government that we have formed, our Congress party has formed, we have made promises to the youth of India. So the more we are serious about this skill development program, it would be a better help for us to deliver what we had promised. And also our Jan Ghoshna Patra, we have said a lot about it. And the youth of the state as well as the country are looking towards the government. We've had sessions of discussions and we have come to a conclusion. We have our own mindset. Training the youth of India is important. But there is also a very big need to train the trainers who are training the youth. We are field people. We walk in the streets. We go to small villages. We go to small cities. We interact with people. We interact with their real and daily life. What we feel, what we get from there is an unfinished product. There is an unfinished talent that is there in every street of this country, of every village. If we focus more to just finish what is unfinished, we can achieve more. There is a society that our ancestors have created. And that society has few norms. The norms are: only the son of a tailor will become a tailor. Only the family of a barber is going to do barbering for the coming years and ages. What we have to do is change this mindset. Only if we be successful in changing this mindset, I think it will be an open market for everybody and for every section. We are a country of 130 crore population. And I think we are the biggest market in the world, one of the biggest market in the world. Because if 130 crore are living, we are having a growth of hair every day and we need a barber. So only those people who've been doing this for decades and for centuries, I think that is not enough. We need to open this section. Other than the cities, you go to village, you will see very few tailoring shops. Maximum one in a village, or one shop in a bigger village, in the headquarter of the panchayat. And there are more 7 to 8 villages, and they have no tailoring shops. And they depend on that single tailor family to come up with, to meet all the demand of those surrounding villages. If we are able to focus on this, the families who are already doing those jobs, we make them the trainers and we train them to train in the latest technology. The only problem with them is they are far from the technology. They don't know the latest trends they are going on. They don't know what the future market will be like. So if our government is able, or our department, skill development department, we are able to identify this kind of subjects which are naturally arising, which are already there and they just need to be molded, they just need to be finished in a way. Maybe we just have to work only 20% and get a lot of youth there. Our country is a young country, and we'll remain so, because I find even a little elder people who are young at heart. So our country will remain young forever. This was my idea, and this is where we think. Like, I'll tell you one thing, there are so many art of our country which are dying. The pottery art. They are almost on the edge of dying. If we take up this subject, it's not dying because the potters are not willing to do it. It is dying because we are not able to support it. The government is owning the whole land. In earlier years, this is one thing which came in to my knowledge, and I'm sharing with you, and which I'm going to work on and resolve it between this big pottery industry and the government. In earlier ages, the potters were free to take mud from the village talab or wherever they could excavate it. But now they need a license. And that license is not easy to get. The license is not easy to get because their demand is very low. उनको रोज का 10 किलो मिट्टी चाहिए, 5 किलो मिट्टी चाहिए. वो वहां पर लाख टन का एक्सकेवेशन नहीं करेंगे. And now when they are barred from doing it, that art is dying. So there are many arts. There is so much in our culture, there is so much in our country which we are inheritant of. And even if we go into our past, go into our culture, meet local people, they have a lot of art inside them. I think if we are able to make that art meet the fashion, competition, technology. Technology is one thing they need to be provided. Technology is one thing they need to be trained on. There are farmers, I see farmers grow vegetables, but they are not trained to preserve them. गोभी आएगी जनवरी में, तो पूरे प्रदेश में गोभी उगेगी, वो जनवरी में ही आएगी मार्केट. बट जनवरी में तो पूरा देश उसको खा नहीं जाएगा. So 50% of the produce is going waste. Many more things. So what we are trying to work in the coming tenure of our government is that the inherent art which we all have, which 80-90% of the population is having, and because everybody is so fascinated about urbanization, everybody is so fascinated about government jobs, everybody is so fascinated with corporate jobs, other than the government job, other than the corporate job, our youth is having a mindset that this is the only thing which we have to do. What needs to be changed is the mindset. If we are able to change the mindset, if we are able to change the technology, if we are able to train them. And there is one more issue which I was going through, and because every year there is a new technology. Every year there is a new kind of fashion. In everything, eating habits, dressing habits, technology, everything is changing. There is a big problem with the workforce of 40, 50, above 50 years of age. They get out-fashioned, they get outdated, and the more we get a new age people to a better skilled and a better technology they will be outdated. And when they will be outdated, they will again fall in that unemployed trap, which you can see since these ready-made 200 trousers, 200 rupees shirts are available on the market every street. The trailers are outdated. So even they need to be retrained. Either they can be retrained or they can be trainees. So if we train them like a trainee, they will be they can work as a master coach in the society, they can work as a master coach in these programs. So this is the idea which we are working on, and we'll try to get it delivered. It's a big responsibility, and it's not a much time that has been for me to be in this department, but I'll try and do best that I can do. Best of luck to you all. Thank you.